Good evening, everybody. This is Dr. Troy Fullerton with Bilingual Barrier Busters. In a previous video, I recently did a critique of ineffective bilingual education programs. I was referring specifically to so-called bilingual education programs where people really were not developing fluency in both languages as they should because the programs were not well run. They were not well managed. See that video if you're interested. However, tonight I want to look at something else. Why Johnny still can't speak Spanish. I want to talk about what's the matter with the way foreign language, or as they say nowadays, world languages, are taught in public schools. Why is it that people can study language in a school setting, but never become truly fluent, never really acquire it, they're never really able to speak it past high school? Well, there are several problems. In the first place, we start way too late. People do not see the value in learning a foreign language, and so therefore it kind of gets the short shrift. And people who are in charge of these programs oftentimes are very poor advocates for themselves. They don't know how to promote it, show what the benefits are, show why it should be considered part of the core curriculum at any school. But then what happens is when they get them in there, they've started way too late, and then they try to simplify it and go give everything a once-over lightly treatment, and they don't really give it the serious effort or the serious consideration that it needs to have. Oftentimes the textbooks are written with just once-over lightly explanations that leave everything vague and nebulous. And then we took it a step further, and they started trying to take all of the grunt work out of learning. They started trying to use programs, methods. See my long-form video on comprehensible input. I've got a series there where I've talked about this. Not that there's anything wrong with comprehensible input. Don't get me wrong. But they've tried to put all of their eggs in one basket and try to make it to where kids would just simply acquire the language just through comprehensible input and nothing else. And it doesn't work. It never will work. Kids do not come out speaking a language that way. And so for a variety of reasons, these programs have been ineffective, and they need to be completely revamped and revitalized, and they could be. We know this because in other countries where they require students to learn other languages, such as English, they start early, they have well-run programs, they teach explicit grammar, they require vocabulary learning, and they learn. We could too.